Super Friends was an animated TV series which first ran from 1973 through 1974 and was mainly about DC comic heroes Superman, Batman and Robin, Wonder Woman, and Aquaman. But a few years later, in 1977, the show was brought back on TV as the all-new Super Friends and added two original characters to the team called the Wonder Twins, no relation to Wonder Woman. These twins were named Zan and Jaina. When the two touched fists, their powers were activated. Zan had the power to turn himself into water in any form, and Jaina had the power to turn herself into any kind of animal. They had pointy ears that looked like Spock's from Star Trek, they wore purple suits, and they had a blue monkey named Gleek the Mighty Monkey, who was often by their side. Now, the Wonder Twins were not very popular amongst viewers, but most fans were happy to watch the show just to see Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and Aquaman, and felt okay with having less popular heroes, the Wonder Twins, there in the background. Many years later, there was a live-action TV show called Smallville, which ran from 2001 through 2011 and was mainly about young Clark Kent before he becomes Superman. Over the years, this show brought on so many different comic heroes as guests that it would be very difficult to count them all. But when Season 9 started, it was announced that the 8th episode of the season, which would be titled Idol, would bring the Wonder Twins to live action as guests for one episode. Of the few Smallville fans who knew who the Wonder Twins were, most were not very excited. But when the episode actually aired on November 13th of 2009, most of those fans were pleasantly surprised that this episode turned out to be much better than anyone expected. Here, they look human. Their origins were never told, they did not have a monkey they hung out with, but Jaina did have an image of Gleek the Mighty Monkey on her phone. They went by the nicknames Z and J, and they were portrayed as two teens who idolized superheroes and wanted to be heroes themselves, but were always messing things up in the process. My opinion was that their powers were surprisingly fun to watch in live action. I thought the writers had a really smart idea to make them want to be heroes as opposed to actual heroes that would be part of the Justice League. I thought it was a good idea to leave their origins unclear since they were only here for one episode. Overall, it seemed the writers knew just what twists to make on the Wonder Twins to make them work well for Smallville without completely changing everything about who they were. And I also thought the actor and actress cast in the role, whose names were David Gallagher and Alison Scagliotti, both gave solid performances. So if you've ever seen the Wonder Twins and Super Friends, or if you haven't but just enjoy watching good live-action superheroes, then I would recommend you watch this episode of Smallville. So that's my opinion, and as always, I'd like to hear some feedback from you viewers. Has this video encouraged you to want to watch the episode? Or have you already seen it? If you have seen it, then do you agree or disagree with my opinions? And are there more details you thought I should have mentioned here? Please leave it all in the comments below, and please hit subscribe. Thank you.